Good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin Lowens, and I'm the Artistic Director of TheaterWorks, and it's my pleasure to be here this evening from a slightly different background than usual. I'm trying something new, and I'm here with two very special guests. I'm here with Ofer Ben-Amots and with Abe Minzer, and they're going to share a piece of music with us this evening. Hello, good people. Welcome.
Hello, Caitlin.
Hello, Caitlin.
Ofer, would you like to share a bit with us before we begin?
Sure. First of all, I want to thank you so much for inviting us to participate in this month of joy celebration. Dr. Abe Minzer, faculty member of UCCS, and I from Colorado College will be presenting tonight the joy of Hanukkah, a Jewish holiday that started some 2,300 years ago. Like other holidays in the season, Hanukkah is celebrated with storytelling, songs, games, great, tasty, and greasy food, and most significantly, the lighting of the menorah. I want to just share a little bit about what Hanukkah is about. So it all started 2,300 years ago with a war between the mighty Greek army and a small, not very militant population of Judea. The Greeks were able to conquer Jerusalem and desecrate the Holy Temple that has been there for over 600 years. However, a small group of rebels called the Maccabees was able to liberate the city of Jerusalem and reinstate the sacred service in the temple. So Hanukkah is celebrated over 8 days. And the Jewish families all over the world have the tradition of lighting candles in what the menorah. Each of the nights start with a single candle, and then increasingly they add one candle every night until they get to all the eight candles with lots of light and blessing on the last day. So what is Hanukkah actually about? It's not about winning a war, definitely not. But it is a celebration of several wonderful concepts, such as the right to maintain personal and national identity, the right to preserve one's own cultural values and identity, and to demonstrate the idea that every person can be a candle and bring light into the world, thereby chase away all kinds of spiritual darkness and social injustices. So, since there is no greater joy than music, Abe will be presenting now a few Hebrew songs that I arranged for such a celebration as this one. So you can take it from here, Abe, and thank you so much again.
Sure. Thank you also, Caitlin, for having us at this event. And actually, Ofer Ben-Amots took some traditional Jewish melodies, some Hebrew songs, some Yiddish songs, and he made just beautiful arrangements. So the first piece I'm going to play is called The Pomegranate Tree. I'll play 3 short numbers. And this is kind of a joyful waltz-like rhythm. And I will say about this cycle, it's a cycle of 18 different songs, so I'm just playing 3 of them. The second one I'll play is called Who's Got Such a Little Boy? Jewish religion is a wonderful, rich religion. It seems like, I better not get in trouble, but boys are treated special, and I'm sure there's many ways that women are treated special, or girls do. So this is a little bit in the cantorial tradition where the rhythm is kind of flexible, fluid in the beginning, and then it starts dancing. Then it goes back to that recitative or freer rhythm. And the last song I'm going to play is called How Beautiful Are the Nights in Canaan. And it's great working with Ofer because he tells me a little bit more of the background. We're going to have these tremolo figures, and they're long tremolos. And he said they represent the desert. So this is Canaan, which is somewhere in Israel or near Israel. So, and it has two different parts, a slower, freer part alternating with more dancing, lively part.
Huzzah! Abe, that was beautiful.
Thank you, Abe.
That was beautiful.
I have to applaud to Ofer Ben-Amots. He doesn't
Well,
get credit for these because they are traditional melodies, but they're beautiful settings. Every note is perfectly crafted, so wonderful.
thank you. You played beautifully, Abe.
I would like to ask you each a brief question. Ofer, I was so struck by your language around Hanukkah as sort of bringing out the way that each of us can be a candle to the world. And I'm interested because you're both artists, and the way, at least myself, that I express my artistry right now has had to change in this moment. So I'm interested, if either of you would mind reflecting on how that has meant, what that has meant to you now in this time, both the season of Hanukkah, but also the moment in which we find ourselves. Are you finding different ways to be that candle of yourself to the world?
We try. It's not easy, but every person, every soul is like a flame, and every person is a candle. And the beauty of candle is Imagine that you're in a very, very dark place, let's say like a theater hall. And it's very, very dark because there's no light, it's empty. And you just need to light one candle. You don't need all the bright lights. One candle and everybody can see it. And it would make light, it would change. And so every person has this power. We just need to think about it. And we live in a very challenging time, not only because of the COVID, that's already a cliche. We know that COVID is tough. But we live in challenging time in many ways, and to become a candle and to light and bring some, some more justice, some more equality, some more consideration, some more sensitivity to the world, it would be a really great thing. So be a candle.
I would have to say for myself, a little bit of what Ofer's saying, there's so much stuff that can consume us and so much divisiveness out in the world today. And I could just be watching everything about the pandemic and everything about the election and all the polarization. Sometimes I have to just say, get to the piano. And I sit down at the piano and then I can kind of, decompress. It's just a refuge. So music really provides that. I know after 9/11, what they do, concerts. So Ofer and I, we just try to put this out, and it's great that your theater works are putting on this month of joy. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you both so much. We're delighted to be able to share. And what I also love about the candle metaphor, right, is that when one candle lights another, they both still have the flame. That we don't have
You
to
don't lose anything.
You lose
Yes.
nothing in that
You
transition.
share light and you don't lose it.
So that's
the great
beautiful. So thank you both for sharing your light with us.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I shall say goodbye to you, lovely people. Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Happy holidays.
Ooh. Bye. So thank you so much to Ofer and Abe. We were delighted to have them. Those of us who are joining us as audience members, please come back tomorrow night for Jeffrey Kent and Jessica Austin, who will be sharing a short piece of period poetry with a little bit of a modern riff. We're so lucky and grateful to have you all. Have a good evening.